Hello, my onions. This is my review on Spider-Man No Way Home, the third installment to the Tom Holland saga, with his Spider-Man outing. And Maguire and Andrew reprised their role as this version of Spider-Man with multiverse generic and cosmic random events logic. Because the script says so. And that's who he's fighting off against. Guess who's he's fighting off against Hollins? All these universes Spider-Man, but nothing from his universe. That means Toby's and Andrew's. Now the story is window dressing, brainwashing of rubbish. Degenerate, stupid writing. That's dense, full on. This is world building and story environment logic bullshit is nonsense. But that's not the great thing what makes this movie pop and work. And gives it an 8 out of 10 in my book. I give it an 8 out of 10 because of spectacle imagination. Even though this sucks Peter Parker, this version of Peter Parker still sucks. And his version of Spider-Man sucks also. Just as bad. You know how Maguire was a better Peter Parker than a much better Spider-Man? Fit the glove of Peter Parker much better than he fit the role of Spider-Man? Something seemed off about his Spider-Man performance always. And phony. Isn't that right? For the role of Peter Parker as Spider-Man half. But he wasn't bad as Peter Parker civilian half. And you know how Andrew was simply the reverse outcome? He was a perfect hero of first Spider-Man, but wasn't a great Peter Parker because he wasn't written to be like a standard Peter Parker. He was meant to be a more different reimagining of Peter Parker from similar to the Ultimate Comics. But the thing is, it was supposed to take him more modern time, real world, and that was a thinking about behind it of Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 1, until he decides to course correct it and shoot himself in the foot by leaning more into comic logic versus world building and style was the sequel out of Amazing Spider-Man 2, which kind of did drew more fans away from the character and then brought in less, and because it brought in less money than the first one brought in. Of the Amazing Spider-Man 1 from 2012 versus. So I give the Amazing Spider-Man 2 a 8 out of 10. And the Spider-Man No Way Home movie a 8 out of 10. And Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, a 8 out of 10. Because I realized this review that. Amazing Spider-Man 2 gets us an 8 out of 10. The Spider-Man No Way Home gets an 8 out of 10. For being mediocre letdowns by your standard, what you come to expect from Spider-Man movies. Standard mediocre letdowns. I'm excited for the fourth one, Brand New Day, after seeing the trailer. But part of me is worried about it because I'm wondering, am I going to be wrong? This movie just as hype as it looks from the trailer. But I want to be. I mean, it's going to be as good as the trailer and better. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know what to think anymore. This is what I'm trying to say. Where's the Spider-Man brand new J-Trail? Gets me hyped, but not fully convinced that it's going to be different than anything we've seen from Holland's run. That's my reviews on the Amazing Spider-Man 2 from 2014 and the Amazing Spider-Man No Way Home Spider-Man 3 from the Holland run of Spider-Man. And Andrew's second out of Spider-Man 2. I give them both a 8 out of 10. Like this video, subscribe to my content. Please enjoy this video. I hope you did. Bye.